Hey, what up, everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you, watching SmackDown tonight. Got another one of these surprise appearances. I wasn't really that hyped to watch SmackDown, but I didn't read the spoilers this week, so I had nothing else to do. I was really checking this out, and little did I know that they were going to put a legend on this show, and I've been making videos for all the other legends that returned, so boom! Animal of Legion of Doom, the Road Warrior fame, was on this show. This honestly was a real big surprise to me, and this was a huge pop. You can easily say, I think behind DDP, it was one of the loudest pops any of these legends that have got. I mean, the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom, have a huge following going all the way back to the NWA. When these guys came out, they were indestructible, honestly. There was no way to beat these guys up. No way even to touch them or harm them. They did everything. Make sure, if you haven't ever watched it, watch them attack Dusty Rhodes and take a spike to Dusty's eyes. It looks like they're going to kill him. That's one of my favorite all-time favorite moments. These guys came in. I'm sure you guys have seen the DVD. If not, check it out. You can get it for a few dollars used. It's not that rare. It's an easy pickup on Amazon for. I mean, you can get it probably for under $5. I haven't checked, but it's not going to cost that much. I've even seen it in the $5 bin at Walmart before. So make sure you check it out. But these guys were big, huge power lifters. I'm sure it wasn't that hard to call. This is John Laurinaitis' brother. I know it doesn't really look like him, but it's him. And this is a real cool guy. Got to meet him in Atlanta at WrestleMania. We went to his book signing for his book that he wrote on his life with him and Hawk and the Road Warriors and everything that went with it. Wish I could honestly say the book was good, but I haven't even cracked the book since I got back. I've started to read a few other wrestling books and just haven't really had time. I'm still trying to finish the Brett book. Still trying to finish the Jericho book. I need to settle down and really just read one. I wanted to make a real big video on WCW, so I started rewatching the life or the Death of WCW book by Ryan Alvarez and Artie Reynolds. I really started getting into that one again because the death of WrestleCrap Radio, and I've been listening to a lot of Brian Alvarez on the Observer Radio, so I wanted to get back and read that book one more time and see if it went along with the radio style. But back to the Road Warriors, got to meet him. I got to go to his book signing. And honestly, I felt real bad. He had done 2 book signings, one on the inner side of Atlanta, and this was just another. I think it was a Barnes and Nobles is where he went. So I mean, he really did back-to-back night signings. This was on Monday. He did Hall of Fame on Saturday. He did the day of WrestleMania. He did a signing, and then he did this one on Monday as people had nothing to do. We went there before we went to the Benoit House, and only about 30 people. He came in his full face paint. He didn't have the shoulder pads with him, but I got to take a really cool picture with you. I'll link it down in the description box. Check it out. I acted like I was Road Warrior Hawk. I was one of the actual people, the only people that did it. Maybe people did it after we left. We were in the middle of the line. There was some hardcore fans that really got there early, but I was really surprised that he went all out, for all 30 people there, signed whatever you wanted. Got the book signed, got an I don't know what year it is. The one thing that I've always thought about the Road Warriors, always thought about the Legion of Doom, how these guys got caught up in the shuffle of the Monday Night Wars. If you go back and think about it, they really didn't have that big of an effort. When the NWO started, they were in WCW, but because of a contract dispute, they left WCW right at the one time they were really dropping the bomb and getting hot. Went back to the WWF, who, for some unknown reason, didn't never really push them like they should have. If you look through the Attitude Era, the one thing that always comes to my mind is that stupid angle they did when they were trying to replace Hawk and they added Puke in there, draws, and that just was such a dumb angle. I know that Hawk wasn't really in that full state of mind, and they were trying to go for that third member of Demolition, but it just wasn't working, and the sooner they dropped it, the better. It's too bad about Hawk, but we still got Animal. He's just like Vader. I mean, when Vader came out, because he had the mask on, he doesn't look as old as he did. And when Animal came down the ramp, Animal looked jacked and he looked awesome. And then when he took those pads off, you could really see his age on him. But it was great to see him. All the people, I believe it was in San Diego. I just can't imagine what that would be like if they were in Chicago. How big of a pop, or maybe even Minnesota, their hometown. I mean, that would just be. That would be berserk crazy, because I didn't hear anything about him being the legend. He really just snuck on in there, and San Diego went batshit crazy. And he deserved it. The only thing that was weird about the match for me was to see Heath Slater really get the get it on him. Like I said earlier, I mean the Road Warriors, they only sold for who they wanted to sell to, and Legion of Doom was the same way. I mean, you never really saw these guys get beat up. They did by the when they were putting over the New Age Outlaws. They really sold for those guys a lot. They shaved their heads, this, that, and the other. But that was a pretty good angle. I think that's the one angle that really put the New Age Outlaws as a real tag team with Badass Billy Gunn and Road Dogg Jesse James. I'm sure if you sat them down and asked them, I'm sure that'd be the one team that they thanked for really getting them over. But man, if you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out, because that was a damn good pop, the Animal God tonight. Rest in peace, Hawk. Talk to you later.